Hello everyone. Um, it's another week and I'm super excited to have you all here. Yes, so sometime early this year, I mentioned that I'll be making a YouTube video to show us how I made this very design. Yes, so I would be so that's what I would be doing in this video, just showing you quickly how I put this particular design together and how you can as well create it. So let's just dive in real quick. So I'll be using Figma. I use Figma a lot for my UI designs. So here are my assets, at least the major assets I'll be using, apart from my image, which I'll be getting as well. Yeah, so these are like the major assets I'll be making use of. The colors, iOS kits, my icons that I'll be making use of. Okay, so it's gonna be very quick. I normally try to make my videos or like what I'll be designing about 10 to 15 minutes, so it doesn't get too long, so that you can also create it very fast as well. So yes, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I do is to pick a frame. For my mobile frames, I like using iPhone 11 Pro or an iPhone X screen. So as we can see, we have two screens, so that's what I'll be doing. I'll just duplicate this, so that's this screen 1 and screen 2. Okay, yes, I have my two major screens, so let me just add here. I'm just going to copy and paste this particular iOS kit I have here. Right, this. Okay, so I'm copying the other one below and just pasting. Same thing. Ctrl C, Ctrl V would work for your copy and paste. Yeah, so you can use that for your copy and paste works. Okay, yes, so I have that. So the next thing I'm going to focus on is the very first screen, which has an image, then it has a text and a button. Yes, so that's what we would be doing now. So the first thing I need to do is to create the space where my image will be staying, and also to like write out my text. So for my image, basically what you can do is either to pick a frame, right? To pick a frame, right, and use as your image, or you can as well. Sometimes, most times, I just like draw a rectangle. Okay, I just draw a rectangle and then say, hey, yeah, I want to place an image in it. So what I did, I drew a rectangle, then I changed this property from solid to image. So yes, I do that a lot, and so far so good. It's been working. So you can create a frame like that. Several ways of bringing in an image, right? Or bringing in an image to your Figma board. So yes, I'm just going to come here and choose an image. I think I saved it as face. Let me see, face 2. Yeah, I think I saved that as face 2. So let's see that. Okay, great. So yes, you can just like pick any image of your choice. It's yeah, very just pick an image of your choice and make use of it. But just try to make sure it's an image relating to the design you're trying to make. Okay, so it's good if you do that. The next thing I want to do is my first text. So I have a text here. So what does that text say? That text says your makeup on demand. So the idea I was trying to create here is like a makeup, a list of makeup artists, a finding list of makeup artists near you. They're just a simple design that will help you find like like on the man makeup artist, like, oh, you're going for an event and you're in a hurry, you want a makeup artist to just join you on your ride, like Uber ride, and just do your makeup while you're on the move. Yes, so something like that. Or you're going to a location where you don't know of, but your event is at a very far location, but you don't want to do your makeup from home, you just want to go to where the location is and then get a makeup artist around you. So that was the idea that brought up this particular design. So yes, the font I made use of for this design, I used a font called Josephine Sans. So it's part of the Sans family, and I actually like it a lot because of the, I like it so much because of the sleek way it looks. Right, I use this particular font like so much because it actually helps makes my design look like really cool. Yes, so for my margins, whenever I'm designing for mobile screens, I like to leave a margin of 20 on the left hand side, 20 on the right hand side, right? So then I put every like elements like within that particular thing. So this is my first text, and there is supposed to be another text down here. So for this one, I'm still going to be using the same font, the same Josephine Sans font, or Josephine. I don't know how. Is it Josephine? Josephine. Yeah. This is a regular. This is not going to be a bold text. It's going to be a regular text, and I'm going to reduce the size as well. I think a 14 should do here. So if I do 20, 20, 20 on the left, 20 on the right, I think I'll be left with 335. So when you design like so much constantly, you get to know all of this dimensions, right? Yeah, you get to know all of this dimensions. Okay, so this is what I have here. So I want to increase the line height between my text. So let me just try to use a 25, right? Then yeah, the last thing I want to put here, have my text, my heading, my text. The next thing I want to put here is my button. So basically for my buttons, I can use my frame. Yes, I can just use my frame. I want to give this frame a fill. Yes, so this so I want to give this frame a fill. This is the primary color I'm making use of here. Okay, so my button height 50 should do just well. Between 45 50 would do just right. I think a radius of 7 works as well. Then yeah, so this is my button frame, so I want to have a text here. So my text says register with your phone number. So an app like this, you really don't want them going through the stress of, okay, put in your email, put in your all of that. So just registering with phone number works right really well. So register with phone, and I'm going to change the yeah, I'm going to change the text color here to white. Then just align this. Okay, so then just align this. So last thing, I think the last thing I need here, well, let me move this a bit down, okay. Last thing I need here is my right arrow. Okay, so this as well needs to be white in color. So let's see if my button is aligned. I don't think it is. So I said 20 on the left, 20 on the right. So let's see this. So I'm gonna make my button 335 as well. Let me see. So 3 3 4 5. Great. Okay, think we're getting there. As I said, we're not going to stay so long here. 20. Okay, great. So yes, as you can see, like done with my first screen. So moving on to the next screen, which is the like search screen, where I have my search field. I have the search options, then I have like a map showing underneath. So yes, that is what I'll be doing now. Okay, so yes, so let's just do that. So the first thing I have here is my I have a menu icon. So Control C, Control V does my copy and paste work. Yes, then a simple text here that says, oh, I'm on the home screen. Home. As I said, I'm using a Josephine sense. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so yes, then I have this little image of mine here. Okay, to change that to an image, I'm just going to choose one of my images. Okay, so this works. Yeah, so then ensure they are aligned. Okay, so this looks a bit to the top. Okay. Yeah, we'll address this later. Let's see, 20. Great. So this is the heading. Let me see, raise this up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I've grouped that. Next thing is my search field. So I have a big rectangle. So this 335. And I have a smaller one that is 50. Let's say this is F. So this is where like the search would be. Then here is where like the search options, or like yes, the search options, the list of the search options would be as well. So I don't know which I should do first. I think I should work on my shadows because I added like some shadows to all of these things. So let me work on that first, and then I would like continue with the other text, and then show you how I made my map. Okay, so yes, for this particular one, I added a drop shadow. I really don't like using shadows so well. I feel before you use shadow, you should actually master it. So while I'm learning the mastery of like using shadows or using effects, yeah, they're called effects, right? Yeah, I apply them to some of my designs when needed. So I don't just apply like shadows like everywhere. Yeah, so I apply shadows when it's actually needed to apply a shadow. Okay, so yes, so I'm just gonna add a drop shadow, put in some effects. Let's use 11, a blur of 30, then an opacity of 9. Opacity of 9. Then here as well, it's also a shade of F, white shade, and the effect as well is a drop shadow, but the settings is quite different. So I'm going to have a 20 here, I'm going to have a 30, I think it's the same. Then I'm going to have a 7 here, right? Quite different. So here I'm going to add some, I'm going to add a, I think 7 would work. So here I'm adding to the top a border radius, yeah, border radius 7. 7. This is the bottom. No. Let me just choose the top. No. Let's see. This top. Alright. So top right, top left. 7. Okay, next thing I want to do, I think I've gotten this right. Easiest to put my text. Let's see. So this says location, or my text is behind. So bring that up. So I'm asking a question. This is regular. A 10 or a 12 would do here. Alignment is important. My icon, my location icon, or my search icon. Let's see, yeah, my search icon. Taking that to where it should be. Okay, so this is my search icon, this is the text. Let's see, I think 15 would do here. All right. So my black text, I've been using 00. So I'm just like changing that to 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so I have my location. Then like I'm just gonna list like 2 locations that found. So let's just do that. So the first one, copying my icon. A normal node, I know I should have used what they call it now. I should have used like creating a component, like component for all of my icons. No worries, I'll do that. Okay, so this is my location icon. So the first one I want to have is, so there'll be the first name of like the brand I want to be using. So this is one. Then the address of the brand. So this is, so I used AB's Touch. AB's Touch is my very good friend. She has our studio, makeup studio located in Abeokuta. So yes, I just used that as a muse for this. I'm just gonna be adding an address real quick. I don't know if someone's checking the time. I'm not sure how long I've spent, but here I think it's worth it. Just trying to explain, okay, this is how this works, and this is how you can do this, and how you can do it really, really quickly. That's the first name. I'm just gonna like put the second name. So the second name is also a friend of mine. Name is, a brand name is Femstyle. So Femstyle Bright Kusumi. So she's at Nickel Art Gallery Road, Kete Lekki, Lagos. White. Yeah, so this is first and second. So I'm reducing this. All right, so we have our location listing, have my location icon. Okay, so the next thing is my map. Yes, my map. So how did I add my map? So basically you can actually as well like go look for an image of a map and just do the same thing, like, oh, create a rectangle, right? Like create a rectangle. Let's do that. Now it's supposed to go underneath everything. Don't worry, I'll move that. I'll move that. Okay. So this is my map, and I want it to be an image. So what you can do is like, search for an image of a map, yeah, an image of a map, and just get an image from Google and make use of. But there's this really nice tool on Figma, like a plugin on Figma. I think it's called Mapsicles. Let's see, yes, Mapsicle. So I use Mapsicles a lot. So it can actually give you like different types of maps depending on what you're looking for, different colors, different types, locations that you want. If you want aerial view, if you want, like, it creates like different types of maps for you. Okay, so I think I want to use somewhere close in Nigeria. There's a way to actually search, but I'm not sure if I have luxury of time to do that. So let's see, at least if I can come into Africa. Where is Africa located? The points me in the direction of Africa. So I don't even know if I'm even close. So let me just like show you how this works. Like, you can pick a particular location that you want. So let's say, all right, this for instance. Yes, so something like this for instance. Then you say, you can like choose the style. So I want something light. Yes, this whitish look. Then you can set the camera, the rotation, the width, the size, all of that. Then you say, okay, create map. So immediately you do that, it fits that particular map into your designs, right? So Mapsicle is a very nice like plugin. So I always emphasize like using tools that can make you design faster. So instead of me going to Google searching and all of that, I can as well like just integrate my maps in here without leaving Figma. Yes, so this is what my map looks like. There's a particular shadow I added. So let me just see underneath this, like before my map. So let me just do that again. So yeah, just to create a sort of, and I'll to explain now. Background blur look. So hey, this is supposed to be at the top, and this is supposed to be at the bottom. That's correct. So this is supposed to be at the top. Okay. So this is what I'm addressing. I'm trying to know. Okay, so this is what I am. Yes, I'm working on now. So this is F. Let's fill of F. Then an effect of a drop shadow. You can skip this part if you're not interested. It's not like so compulsory. So this 30 works. So this 30 works, and a 12% opacity works. So let me see if you can notice the difference. It's really not so much like difference happening. Okay, it's supposed to be before the map. Sorry, it's supposed to be before the map. Okay, so it's supposed to be before the map. I'm trying to see if I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so I'm adding another effect, which is another like a background block. Ouch! It is not working. Why? Okay, so there's this particular like effect I had, and I'm trying to recreate. Not sure why I'm not like having the same thing. But let me see. Nope. Alright, so I'm just gonna skip this until like I figure it out. I can like just come to it later. Let me just hide it for now. So yes, these are the major things. Okay, I have grouped this. Okay, so these are the major things. Okay, so this shouldn't be. Okay, let's see. If I had my maybe background blur first, then the other effect at the top, if that would work. I think it does, but it's still giving me this really funny line here. Alright, as I said, we'll come to that. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any other thing left. I think is all that. I think we've completed major part for screen 1 and screen 2. The only thing left would be like the presentation on like the Dribbble, like how I presented it on Dribbble. So this is like we've successfully completed the 2 screens. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it is. So it's like designing is like just made up of like elements. Once you understand like the basic principles of elements, of designs, basic principles of designs, and how to put together all of these elements, how to put them together, and how to use them correctly, then you would actually like get designs right. It also has to do with passion and also how much time you are willing to put into it and how much work you're willing to put into it to learn and get better. So constant practice. So what I do or what I did when I started design, or what I still do, I go on Dribbble, pick out some designs, try to replicate them perfectly as I can. So I try to do all of that. So if you can do that over and over, your UI gets to become better. Then for your UX part of it, you have to read, you have to like watch videos and all of that. So yes, let me not beat around the bush so much. So for this particular shot, I'm trying to remember what I did here. So I'm just going to look at that so we can continue. Okay, so I had a linear gradient. Okay, here. I guess that was why I wasn't getting that. So what I'm going to do is just copy the properties. I don't want to waste so much of our time. Or let me see if we can spell it out for you. So this is a linear gradient. This is 100 and this is 0.1. Okay. So I'm just going to copy the properties and just go and paste the properties here on my own design. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so now for the presentation of Figma, or sorry, on Dribbble, I just go to create a social media frame, or let me see, I can use an Instagram frame with that one. So let me try out an Instagram frame. Social media, Instagram post. Okay, Instagram post works. So what I do for my background is you pick. So this is a secret that I actually learned, right? It's one amazing secret that I learned, like presenting your like designs so it looks really great. I can as well just like post these two screens and that's it. But here, yeah, you have to like put in some more work to make it look super cool. So yes, so pick the major background or the primary color you have as your background. But instead of just leaving it like this, you see normally this is your X color, right? So you go to HSL and you change the L value to 94. You change the L value to 94, so it gives you a lighter shade, right? It gives you a lighter shade of the primary color that you picked, so you can use that as your background. Okay, so that's the first trick. The other trick now is, okay, fine, you copy your two screens, you just paste them in here, right? Once you've done that, try to make this a radius of 40, like your frame now, your major design frames. So make it a radius of 40. So yes, I've done this as well. That's cool. And now I want to sort of elevate this first, to make this very first design look elevated. What do I mean by that? I want to make it look like it's higher than the other one. So what I would do is that I'll create a rectangle. Make sure it's like the same size. So I use 375 by 812. Okay, so make sure it's the same size, so it shouldn't be in anyone. Okay, so this is my rectangle, right? So I've made the rectangle. Now I want to make it into like a shadow. So this is 000, or maybe I should use FFF, but I'm not really sure it matters. Or let me just pick my major color, then this HSL value as well, change this L value to 15, right? Okay, so pick your primary color as well, go to the HSL value, change the L to 15. Yeah, once you've done that, change the opacity, change the opacity to 20. So it gives you like a very light darker shade, right, of that particular thing. So once done with that, I don't know if you can remember, so just change your L value of your HSL code to 15, use an opacity of 20, create an effect, not a drop shadow this time around, but like a layer blur. Okay, so change your settings of your layer blur to 154. So now you see that it has blurred out like everything. Okay, so it has blurred out like how this shadow looks. Then lastly, what you should do is to create a corner radius of 99. A corner radius of 99. So I think we are done. Sorry about the interruption the other time. So yes, so I think we're done with this. I want to be sure. Okay, so all right, so yes, this is yeah, I think we've completed the design and you're right on track. Yes, so now you can present this as your final completed design. So I want us to like try this out and create like so many variations of this. Okay, create as many variations, like using different ideas. I just want to like see your process and how you would go about designing this. If you have questions, try to like put them in the comment section. I would always be there to respond to your questions. I hope you enjoyed the session. Feel free to comment your feedback, anything you want me to improve on. Please feel free to comment. Yes, and also if there's any topic you would like me to talk about or to show you how I particularly do that thing, yes, you can reach out to me and I'll create a video to talk about it. Thank you very much for watching and for designing with me.